Thank you so much to the shop for sponsoring this video. More to come on that shortly.
Okay, welcome to Seattle, Washington. Welcome to the Shop Auto Club, which you may be able to see over my left shoulder. And welcome to my 2018 Porsche 718 Boxster GTS. Yes, that is a mouthful. Yes, that is very German because the car has 9 names. It's all like sub-segmented or something like that. It's like something that somebody that works at a patent office, they're the ones who name these cars. I get it because I'm a Porsche guy, but they're really long names. Anyway, welcome to my Boxster GTS at the shop. This car is for sale. Come talk to James if you want to have a chance to buy this car. Now, the best thing about this car, top down, even though I think it's raining, maybe. All right, we got the top down. Going for a little drive in Sport Plus. Let's see, what's the temperature out? 46 degrees, but nice enough, as you can see, to have the top down, even though it is now begun to rain. Wow, the car still fast and torquey. Put these up so you guys can hear me a little bit better. The car still very fast, accelerates quite well. The motor, torquey is what I would characterize it as. You know, plenty of torque. The turbo would do that. Now, the haters are gonna hate. This is a car that's against all you haters, right? Because everybody says, oh, the flat 4 turbocharged, that's not a real Porsche, whereas they're selling all these flat 6s with the turbocharged, you know, the 911s. The haters are gonna hate on this car, but they're wrong. What they don't know about this thing is this guy, it's fast. Very, very fast. It's drizzling. I'm getting drizzled on. Thanks, Seattle. I shouldn't complain, it rains here often. Okay, so this car doesn't stay at home with me. It is at the shop because I have upgraded from this car to the Porsche 718 Cayman GT4. So I guess it's about the same number of syllables. Anyway, I upgraded, and I'll tell you what, I miss the convertible top. Like, you can just put the top down any day. It's so great, right? Oh, it's just so approachable. It gets hooked up. I got these on Advance, and I wish my GT4 was on Advance, because it's cold out, and this thing still hooks up. Not paying attention, probably texting and driving. I absolutely adore this car. Probably going the wrong way. I'm always going the wrong way.
Welcome to the shop, Seattle's premier country club for car and motorcycle enthusiasts. The shop was created as a place for gearheads to come together and build a shared passion for community, machinery, and amazing experiences in Seattle, Dallas, and Houston. For those gearheads looking to refresh their collection, the shop is here to help. The Shop Auto Group curates a distinguished collection of enthusiast, classic, and exotic vehicles, each with a unique history. The Shop Auto Group provides expert vehicle purchasing, sales, consignment, and auction services. Just check out some of the current cars for sale. Cars like this menacing 1995 Dodge Viper, this 1976 International Scout, and this beautiful 2015 911 Targa 4S. Click the link below to see their full inventory of enthusiast vehicles, and thank you to the shop for allowing me to drive their incredible collection of cars.
Okay, let's do a little interior review. It's a 2018 Porsche Boxster 718 GTS. Talk about a mouthful, right? Anyway, classic Porsche Boxster interior of the day, right? We've got leather on all the touch points. You got soft touch here on the dash, fully leather wrapped steering wheel. This I have with the PDK, so there is a lot going on with the steering wheel here. Okay, folks. So look, we've got your turn signal plus your voice activated stuff. You got your cruise control down here. You've got your wipers, including the sprayer for the front. I never do that. I think that's really dumb. All it's just gonna do is just make your headlights dirty. And this lever controls your multifunction display. What I've always just kept it on, I would just keep it on the vehicle information page. So, tell me things like the oil temperature, oil pressure, coolant temperature, PSI coming out of the turbo. If we go up, we can look at actually torque performance. That's pretty interesting. You got a G-force meter. I never looked at it, even though I raced this car. This does have the Sport Chrono Pack, so I do have the ability to start and stop the stopwatch if you're racing. Kind of interesting. Tire pressure monitoring, trip information, navigation, and then the map itself. So honestly, it's a pretty, and then the phone there, and then audio, and then back to vehicle. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screens on the multifunction display. Back to the steering wheel, we'll just finish that up. You have your shift up, shift down for the PDK, and then you have your dial here, which dials in what mode you want to keep it in. So you have normal, sport, sport plus, and then individual. And individual I actually use quite a bit. Adaptive dampers on. I would keep the exhaust on and auto start stop off. When I bought this car, I was looking for a 718 GTS. I am a convertible guy, so it is surprising that I currently own a GT4. That's because I do track stuff. Having a convertible, obviously not safe for track days by comparison. Better to have a fixed roof. And that makes my wife much happier. But I miss the convertible. And let's just do a little convertible action here. It's so simple. It's one touch. I guess you have to hold it down. And then it's just, boom. There we go. It's open. And let's see that go back up. It's so fast. I've done it at like 40 miles an hour. I don't know what the limit is. You're probably not supposed to do it over 20 miles an hour. So when I was buying this car, I was looking for a convertible GTS. I wanted the fastest Porsche mid-engine that I could run in A Street, which is a class for the SCCA. And so the GTS 4.0, which has a more interesting engine, it's a naturally aspirated 4.0 liter flat six engine, would have been preferred because I'm not historically a turbo guy. Actually, this is the only turbocharged car I've ever owned. I like naturally aspirated. However, that car, the GTS 4.0, which has very similar horsepower and torque numbers to the standard GTS, is a class above. So that car is competing against things like the GT4, now the GT4 RS. So it's really getting outclassed by that. So I was very specifically looking for this. Some of the other things, I am, like I said, a convertible guy, and specifically I drive it with the convertible, the top down as much as possible. So I was looking for both heated and cool seats. I know makes the seat very heavy. This has got the 18 ways. It's crazy. Like it'll adjust the bolstering on your legs here. I mean, here you can see, look, you can go bolstering on the leg height there. Look, you can see it's coming in and out. The same thing on the back of my seats here. And then you got lumbar, four-way lumbar. I mean, absolutely crazy. We've got, look at this, a real door handle, okay? This is what I want in my GT4. Instead, I have that dumb fabric strap, which I do not care for. Absolutely, this door handle is fine. This thing is made out of plastic. There is no way it weighs that much more than the strap. I mean, come on, people. Give us a door handle. We invented the right thing. This is great. Okay, so this has a standard door handle. I've got memory seats. You can base it off the key or in one of the two set profiles. You've got auto up and down, one touch up and down on the windows, which is very nice. This is a nice little feature. So when I'm in reverse and I'm going to hit this button here, you can see the mirror tucks itself down, and you can adjust how much it goes up and down. I'm sure I'm going to point this out in the roses and thorns section. The parking brake is backwards, okay? You should be pulling the parking brake towards you to engage it. That's the more ergonomic. It makes more sense, and then you push to go. Instead, you push to engage the parking brake, and then when you're ready to go, you pull it back towards you. I get it wrong every time. Very annoying. It's a thorn. Rose over here. I love the Porsche entry and drive. This is pretty cool. And this knob thing, I don't know, whatever you call it, it twists to engage the ignition. It comes out. So if you'd rather have it where you actually insert the key into the car itself to turn the key, you have that option. We've got auto headlights. We've got fog lights, front and rear. So this thing has everything lighting wise. Looking at the gauge cluster, you have the tachometer front and center, which is exactly what you want in a sports car. You've got a very tiny, I never look at it, miles per hour speedometer over there because I have a digital readout of the speedometer in the center display there. If we look at the infotainment here, you do have CarPlay, and then you do have Porsche's built-in infotainment system. The Porsche one is fine. I never used it because I would just use CarPlay, which is nice. To use CarPlay, you do have to plug in via USB. It is not wireless CarPlay. So what I had done is I had gotten a dongle that allowed me to convert it to wireless. There's a wireless car charger there. All right. Does it have a smoker's package? It does. Am I a smoker? No, I am not. But you do get the cigarette lighter. If you want to do that, I would put the valve stem caps in here when I was racing, when I'd have to be adjusting tire pressures. You've got adaptive dampers. You've got your PASM on and off. You can raise and lower the wing. You have to hold this down to turn PSM Sport Selected Vehicle Stability System Limited. If you hit this here, the spoiler will go up and down. Here will activate sports exhaust. And then here you've got auto stop start on and off. You do have blank switches, and you have less blank switches here than in my GT4. And the annoying thing about my GT4 is that the switches, like this is, I think is a little bit better set up because look, here's a switch, and then the blanks happen. In my GT4, I've got like a switch, blank, then another switch. Very strange, I feel like. This is a PDK. So as you can see, I have the gear selector here. You hold down the top, and then I can go into manual mode. I do like, because I've historically always owned manual cars, is I can shift up and shift down on the gear stick or use the up and down paddle shifters, which is quite nice. Like I said before, I've got heated and ventilated seats. Now, the cool thing is I can have the ventilated seats on while I have the seat heater on. I wonder why. I wonder if that's like, because you keep the heated seat on and then you don't get too sweaty or something. Not totally sure. Seems a little interesting, but you get the option. So I appreciate that. You've got your standard frost, rear window defrost, circulating air. You've got the position here of where you want the heating to come out. You have your fan control. You have AC. This I use often, the AC Max. Let me tell you a little secret. If you're driving this in a track situation, you want to warm up your tires, the radiators for the air conditioning system are in the front wheel well. And so if you want to warm up your tires, you turn on AC Max. It pumps cool air into the car, and then it's pumping hot air right against your front tires. So you can get a little advantage there. I personally always kept it on auto. Let the car just do all the work. It does have dual zone climate control, so you can sync it or not. I always just kept it on automatic and never basically touched these buttons except for the heating and cooling. The screen itself, I do like that there's two options. I have either the touch screen or I can use physical buttons, right? Including this knob here, I can select, which is pretty cool. It does have a CD player, interestingly. And then it also has SD card slots. And then I wonder if that is either a SIM card tray or a micro SD card slot. I never hit that button the entire time I owned the car. So I don't know. There was a very real chance that there was a CD in there that I never touched. Let's head to the glove box, standard glove box. Another USB port in there, pretty nice. I don't love this about Porsches of this era is that it's not a real thing. It's like a magnetized document holder, and so stuff would always fall out. There is a pen holder, which I often keep a pen. All right, we've got the best hiding cup holders in the automotive industry right here. Bing, bang, boom, they're hidden. I don't know why Porsche got rid of them. Now, like if you get a 911, there's a cup holder here in the center console, which I don't prefer. I love to just not be able to see cup holders. Love them when they hide. Let's be real, they're absolutely terrible cup holders. You can't even put a bottle up in here. What I would always do, I always put a water bottle over here on the right-hand side. I think the first time I drove my wife, I don't know if it was this car or my black Boxster, but the water bottle got wedged against the seat control, and it started pushing the seat on her forward up to the dash, and she was extremely unhappy. Door pockets, pretty standard. Like I said, we've got the Sport chrono, start stop. You got your home link here. You can turn on and off the parking sensors. I guess that's probably the lights when you open the door. Then you got your lights here, pretty standard. You got lighted mirrors on the thing here, and then you've got a little place for a card. Let's say you park in a garage often. All right, we have the wind deflector. You want the wind deflector. All right, we'll put the top down and we'll go and check out the front and rear trunk because honestly, there is a ton of space. Okay, down here to your left is how you open the rear trunk and the front trunk. Okay, for people that don't know, there is a latch here that you have to hit when you're opening and closing the front trunk. So I just do that with my little middle finger there. You have your release in case a person gets in there. And then you have these two little cubbies. On this side, you have the tire goop. I don't know what you call that, but essentially, you know, if you get a flat, you can fill it with tire goop. And then on this side, you have your tool kit, which is pretty nice, as well as your tow bars and things. And then if you look underneath this thing here, what you'll see is there is a tire inflator. There is your tire inflator up here with your front battery and everything. So as you can see, it says tire inflator. So I wonder how many Porsche owners know that. I mean, you have to remove this trim piece, which then you can just pop down and bing, bang, boom, you're in good shape. All right, coming to the rear of the car. We got a great rear trunk. This is how you would fill your oil and I guess coolant here. The top of the shock towers, I would imagine. When I owned it, I had full WeatherTech floor mats. And then when I got my GT4, I took the front trunk and the passenger and driver floor mats and put them in my car. The trunk itself on a Boxster is different than that of a Cayman, so I needed to order a new one. And then let's see here. This, if you just pull it down, that's a little top tip for you. You don't actually have to shut it. Now let's do the spoiler. So as you can see, spoiler comes up on the end. I think this is an extremely handsome car. Genuinely. This thing is just a beauty. It looks great. I think it looks like a stormtrooper. I had a great joke from my friend John Hunter about stormtroopers and cones. If you're an autocrosser, you don't want to hit cones. Stormtroopers always miss. You know, they got terrible aims, so hopefully you're missing the cone. I hit a lot of cones in this, actually. All of it buffed right out, which was amazing. You got the red brake calipers. You've got the larger wheels. These are 20-inch wheels, 20 by 10.5s. This car has Yokohama Advan A052s, so it already has a high-performance tire. 245/35 R20s in the front, 285/35 20s in the rear. So you got a lot of tire. And I just think absolutely beautiful, beautiful car. And you should buy it. Come talk to James at the shop here in Seattle. Gonna go over to one of my favorite parking lots, do a little drone footage. This thing's moving around. Still fast. Still fast. I'll check the 0 to 60 time. Put it in the description down below because I'm unsure what the 0 to 60 time is quoted at. Because it's so torquey, any gear and it just wants to take off. This car, she's a ripper. Ooh, you smell that little burnt rubber on it? Put a little heat cycle in the tires. This car has 24,506 miles on the clock. It is a certified pre-owned Boxster GTS. It has another 1.5 years on the warranty. We got Amelia's Roses and Thorns. I got 4 thorns for you, okay? The first, and again, these are always my personal opinion of the tiny things that bother me because I bought this car, I love this car. There aren't a lot of things that bother me about this. Anyway, here's a couple of tiny tiny things that bother me, okay? One, nowhere to put a water bottle. Obviously, German car, they're not big on the whole cup holder water bottle thing. They have these tiny, ridiculous cup holders that I still love. Thorn number one. Thorn number two, the parking brake, it's backward. Thorn number three, it does not have wireless CarPlay. Car just wants to go fast, baby. She wants to go fast. She's a ripper. Number four, and this is going to anger all of the Porsche files. Every Porsche has an aroma. They all smell bad to me. I think other Porsche people really like that smell. They're like, oh, it's like this high quality German leather smell. I don't care for it. I tolerate it. And so I think Porsche people are going to roast me for that. Fifth thorn is turbo lag. Now, let me be clear. There is an imperceptible amount of turbo lag when you're driving this car vigorously. Like when you're performance driving, you really don't notice the turbo lag at all, okay? So turbo lag, not a thing when you're driving fast. Now, when you're driving this car around town day to day, you do notice the turbo lag. That's the turbo lag that I don't like. Like I'll just be cruising on the highway. I'll wanna make an overtake on somebody. It will take a second to go. In my GT4, it's instantaneous. No matter if I'm driving it around town or if I'm driving it spiritedly, vigorously, spiritedly, adventurously, enthusiastly, yes. I'm an idiot. Okay. Amelia's 5 roses. We got number one. I love the performance. I don't think there's a better sports car. I was gonna say on sale today, but they just stopped making it. God dang it. God dang it. This was, when it was on sale, the best sports car money could buy. Top goes down, mid-engined, number one. Number two, I think the way it looks, the Boxster has always been a little off look-wise. I think the 981 looks better than all the 718, with the exception of the GTS version. I think they nailed the styling on the 718 GTS specifically. So I love the look. That's number two. Number three, usability. This thing, it's got 2 trunks. You can commute in it. It has a duality to it. So number three, the duality of the car. Rose number 4, year-round top down. Year-round top down. Okay, we're in the tunnel. Oh, baby! Yeah! It's pretty loud in here. I don't know if that engine note's getting picked up, but this car wants to go fast, baby! Is there anything better? I don't know. The sound. They got the sound right on a turbocharged flat 4. It sounds great. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a flat 6, and all the purists are gonna be unhappy, but man, sounds great to me. It's gotta be number 5, the sound. Love it. There you go, there's my Amelia's Roses and Thorns. It's pretty loud in here. Hallelujah, it's a religious experience. Oh man, I love this car. I miss it. She's a ripper. Frankly, I think the automotive community let Porsche down. And let me explain that for a sec. Everybody knows about the 911. Right? But the 911, the average, I think I read somewhere, the average annual salary of a 911 buyer is like $600,000, which is insane. And so if they know that, that's why they can justify charging the crazy prices that they charge, right? They know they can get away with it because their clientele can afford to buy the expensive. And so what was the standard enthusiast to do Porsche-wise but to get a Boxster or a Cayman. Now, Porsche, they're hamstrung by emissions regulations and the way things are going, that the internal combustion engine, especially in Europe, corporate average fuel economy and other emissions regulations were so stringent that, of course, they were going to have to downsize the engine and add a turbocharger, which they had to do with the 911. The 911 no longer, the Carrera or the Targa, no longer comes with a naturally aspirated engine. It comes with a turbocharged engine. And so, they had to do the same thing here, which caused them to make a flat 4. They engineered this car incredibly well, but people didn't buy it. They bought the 981 in much bigger numbers. And so Porsche, that gave them no choice but to stop making the car. And really the only ones that have been selling are the GTS 4.0s and the GT4. And so I think the enthusiast community let Porsche down and forced them to stop making this car and not come out with another one. If it had sold better, I guarantee you they would have made, I don't know what they would have called it, a 982 version of this. Now, it seems like that's what they're going back to. And for God's sakes, people, buy these cars. Because if you don't buy these, they're not going to make the GT4, the GT4 RSs, the Spider RS. And this is Porsche's sports car. I've said it before, the 911, they're amazing cars, but they're not sports cars. They're not little, light, nimble sports cars, which I would argue this is truly the DNA of Porsche right here, the small sports car. So I absolutely adore this car. This is now I've now had 3 Boxster Caymans. I've had 1 911, and DeMuro gets it right when he says, it's the sports car nucleus, the GT4. And so, this is a more comfortable cruisy version. It gets better gas mileage that you can live with every day. You can put the top down. It's a hell of a proposition. If you like a convertible flavor, you get the Boxster. If you prefer a hard top, you get the Cayman. So with that, I think I've told you all I wanted to tell you about this car. This exact car, my white Boxster GTS, is for sale at the shop. I'm pulling up now. The Shop Auto Group. I will put a link in the description to the listing along with the URL. Talk to my buddy James. He's got an unbelievable collection of cars that are for sale. The Shop Auto Group, it's a great place. Or if you're selling your car, you can sell them on consignment, which I'm doing here. They are now a Cars and Bids partner, which is so cool. So they're selling through Cars and Bids now. They take care of everything for you. Come to the shop and check out this car. I guess with that, I'd love to thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya. Okay, how many times can I destroy this microphone today? That's a good question. Seriously though, come to the shop, talk to James. James is a cool guy. We became friends because we met at a pizza place, and you can just talk to James all day about cars, about any car.